Hello guys and gals and welcome! So today I'd like to talk to you about something very simple, but also something that maybe some people may not have otherwise thought of. And the reason why a lot of people don't think of this is because they think it is just a sorceress ability. And that ability is Enchant. Now Enchant is an amazing ability that even without the sorceress synergies, like for instance warmth to beef up the damage, the fire damage on it component is not really what we're looking at, and that's what a lot of people think of when they think of Enchant. So what we're going to do is I'm going to go over to the website real quick, and I want to show you what Enchant does in lieu of the sorceress. So here we have a tree of the various effects of Enchant, all the way from level 1 to level 20. And on my Paladin, I have a special weapon. It is called the Demon Limb Tyrant Club. The only requirement that this has is 133 strength and level 63. So if you have 133 strength and level 63, you can use this. And it has level 23 enchant charges. 20 of them, in fact. And if we look here, level 23 is not even on this tree. So to find out what level 23 does, we actually have to go to a website that has that information. All right, so here we have a website that has all the level information for Enchant all the way up to level 23. And as you can see here, we will do a minimum fire damage of 87, a maximum fire damage of 111. So not the greatest on the fire damage. However, you will see that we also get an attack rating bonus of 218%. That's pretty ridiculous. Especially when you consider that a skill like Vengeance, even at level 25, only has an attack rating bonus of 260%. So you're looking at almost identical attack rating bonus as a main skill would give you, just for casting this ability on yourself. And as you can see, the duration is 672 seconds, and if we run that on a calculator, we divide it by 60. So 672 divided by 60, we will get 11.2 minutes. So we're looking at quite a long duration for essentially one cast. There are other items in the game that also share the mechanic for casting Enchant. Enchant charges, there is one item in particular that can also be used. It is called the Toad's Folly Flamme. The Toad's Folly Flamme is an interesting weapon. It's not it's not the greatest in the world, but it certainly is an option if you don't have any other option. Let me see if I can pull that up for you here. So here we have the Toad's Folly Flamme Zweihander, which has level 10 enchant charges on it. So this one is not quite as good as the one that we were looking at earlier that had the level 23. However, if you don't have a Demon Limb, this can definitely be an option, and level 10 enchant will still give you a 101% attack rating bonus. So keep that in mind as you go further into the game. That if you happen to find one of these and you don't have a Demon Limb sitting around, you can use this. This is also only level 46 requirement, where the Demon Limb is level 63. So another interesting thing to keep in mind there. There are other options, however. There are also gauntlets called Lava Gout gauntlets. The Lava Gout gauntlets have a very unique effect where they basically give you an enchant on striking. And these are very interesting because it's a constant, never-ending enchant bonus. It's not as good as the Demon Limb, but it is level 64, and it has a 2% chance to cast level 10 enchant on striking. So very interesting there. And you can always swap these in and out. So you could have a pair of gloves in here, and then you could put them on, wait till you get to the enchant effect, and then take them off, and rinse repeat. And again, that is 101% increased attack rating for that. Now, of course, there are some other ways to get enchant besides the charges, and one of those ways is the Immortal King set. It gives you enchant on being struck. So when you are struck, you have a chance to get enchant. The Obedience Polearm also gives you chance to get enchant when you kill an enemy. So a 30% chance to get level 21 enchant when you kill an enemy, which is pretty darn sweet. Now, the really interesting thing about Enchant is that you don't necessarily need to be using these items once the effect has actually procced. So keep that in mind. And Demon Limb is probably one of the best ones, I think, not only because it has level 23 enchant on it, but because you can specifically use it and then swap off of it. So take, for instance, my Paladin, who is a Conviction Paladin. He has a Demon Limb Club. And as a Conviction Paladin, I really, really like having a source of enchant because it gives me extra damage. So so I have my main set of weapons here. So for instance, I've got my Breath of the Dying and my Spirit Shield. And if I want to cast enchant on myself, I would just simply press W. I have my enchant right here. I would enchant myself. And I could even enchant my Mercenary too if I wanted to. Now, him in particular, he's probably not going to get as good of a benefit, but if you have an Act 2 Mercenary, that'd be good. And then, of course, you can swap back, and now you've got your enchant. And you can tell that you're enchanted by the fact that the red writing, and also the weapon tends to turn red, which is kind of hard to see on the Berserker's axe, but I guarantee you it is red. It's ethereal, so it's a little difficult to get a good look on it. Now, keep in mind that that enchant can be used for that really amazing attack rating bonus. I mean, as you can see, I have an attack rating of 9,346, and the only way for me to get rid of enchant is to leave the game and rejoin. Hopefully, I don't get rate limited. So I go from literally, I think it's like 5,939 attack rating to 9,346. So a very large bonus in attack rating just for simply casting one enchant on myself. And it does last for about 11 minutes, which is a really fairly long period of time. And unfortunately, you do have to repair it. So as you can see here, the repair for 3 charges is going to be 31,000 gold. So it is kind of difficult to keep repaired, but at the same time, the benefit of it is absolutely amazing. Now, things like the Lava Gout gauntlets and whatnot, they are free, so you don't have to worry about those. And, you know, they just continually reapply. The IK set continually reapplies. The Obedience reapplies constantly. So that's an interesting way that you can get your Mercenary attack rating. Of course, if you have the Demon Limb, you can just simply swap to it, cast it on both of you, and then get to murdering. Which is, you know, that's what you do. You get to murdering. Hello, sirs. What's going on here? Oh, okay. Desynced. That was an amazing desync. And you will notice that the attack rating bonus from enchant is rather large. That's why I always recommend to sorceresses, if you have the ability to just throw 1 point in enchant, like say you are a fire sorceress or something, it's definitely something that you could do. Because enchant really is a huge bonus for those melee and range characters that are going to be in your group. Anyway, as always, I do hope that you enjoy my videos, and thanks for watching, and keep watching.